Dear students, welcome back to JCE Connect, Department of Chemistry. Class, we were discussing about the principle governing electroplating, under which we have discussed one principle, that is polarization. Let us recall, it is an electrode phenomenon wherein there is a variation of electrode potential due to the slow diffusion of metal ions from the bulk of the electrolytic solution to the vicinity of the electrode. It means, as shown in figure, we have mentioned the plus signs or the positive signs, that is resembles the metal ion concentration. When you continue the electroplating process, the metal ions which are nearby the cathodic surface are get reduced and deposited on the cathodic surface. Thereby, there will be decrease in the concentration of metal ion, which we have mentioned the positive signs which are very much less in concentration. Whereas in the bulk of the solutions, that is mentioned at the other part of the diagram, there is a full concentration of metal ions. If these metal ions are diffusing towards a cathodic surface continuously, then there will not be any polarization. If these metal ion concentration from the bulk of the solution diffusing slowly towards cathodic surface, then there will be change in the metal ion concentration near the cathodic surface, which causes change in the potential of the electrode. That we are calling it as polarization. This is what we have discussed in our last class. Today we shall continue with the second principle, that is decomposition potential. The minimum voltage required to bring about the electrolytic decomposition of the electrolyte without any interruption is called decomposition potential. Mathematically, which is given by ED is equals to E back is equals to EC minus EA, where EC is potential at cathode and EA is potential at anode, and E back is the back potential developed due to the formation of secondary electrode during electrolysis. Right? So we have come up with the two terminologies in this, that is, one is E back and another one is decomposition potential. Right? In simple, decomposition potential is the minimum potential required to carry out the electroplating or electrolysis. The minimum potential at which electrolysis takes place is called as decomposition potential. Right? So here we have mentioned one word, E back, that is back potential developed due to the formation of secondary electrode during electrolysis. Let us understand E back so that you can easily understand why there is a minimum potential required for continuous electroplating. To understand the decomposition potential more clearly, let us consider an example of electrolysis of water. As shown in the figure, in the electrolysis of water, a pair of platinum electrodes are immersed in a solution of an acid or base. Here, the inner platinum electrodes are called as inert electrodes because they are not involving in the reaction of the process. Right? So in the electrolysis of water, a minimum potential of 1.7 volt must be applied to carry out the continuous electrolysis. Otherwise, electrolysis of water does not take place. The reason is, when a potential of less than 1.7 volt is applied, electrolysis starts in the beginning and immediately it stops. The reason for this is, due to the initial passage of current, electrolysis occurs, thereby a small amount of hydrogen and oxygen are liberated at the cathode and anode electrodes respectively. These gases are adsorbed on the cathode and anode electrodes respectively. Instead of escaping out from the electrolytic bath, they get adsorbed onto the electrodes. Thereby, the electrodes are get converted into active hydrogen and oxygen gas electrodes. It means earlier these electrodes are inert, now they are active gaseous electrodes. Thereby, they form a secondary cell in the process. This secondary cell produces a back EMF which opposes the applied EMF. That is, at potentials below 1.7 volt, the back EMF produced by the secondary cells nullifies the effect of applied potential, and the continuous electrolysis takes place only when the applied EMF is sufficient enough to overcome the back EMF. This minimum potential required to carry out the continuous electrolysis is called as decomposition potential. For any electrolysis, a minimum potential is required. That minimum potential is called as decomposition potential. In case of electrolysis of water, decomposition potential of water decomposition potential is 1.7 volt. For electrolysis of any other metal, the decomposition potential is different. It is depending upon the nature of the solution and the electrode material. For example, if the metal has higher solution pressure, then the electrode tries to send the ions back into the solution more easily. That is, the metal ions does not undergo reduction very easily. In such cases, the decomposition potential will be higher. Right? I hope this is clear. In simple, decomposition potential is the minimum potential required to carry out the continuous electroplating. When we apply the potential that is equivalent or greater than decomposition potential, then we can achieve the continuous electroplating and we are able to have the uniform coating of the metal over the other substrate. To determine the decomposition potential, a series of current and applied voltage readings are taken from the experimental setup as shown in this figure. These series of readings of current and voltage are used to plot a graph of current versus voltage. From the graph as shown in the figure, it is evident that up to a definite potential, the current flow is very small, and thereafter it increases with increase in the potential. It means in the graph we have two segments, one is the horizontal and another one is the vertical. When you extrapolate these two lines, you will get an intersection point. That intersection point is called as decomposition potential. Let us move on to the third principle that governs the electroplating, that is overvoltage. In general, for continuous electrolysis to take place, the applied voltage should be at least equal to or slightly more than the decomposition potential ED. However, in few cases, even when the voltage ED is reached, electrolysis will not occur, and occasionally the applied voltage has to exceed the theoretical value at least by 1 volt for electrolysis to proceed. This is known as overvoltage or overpotential. It means, so far we have discussed about the decomposition potential. That is, for any electrolysis to take place continuously, we need to have the minimum voltage, that is decomposition potential. In some cases, if I apply the decomposition potential, then also we will not observe the electrolysis to happen. In such cases, we need to apply furthermore extra voltage to carry out continuous electrolysis process. That extra voltage we are applying greater than that of the decomposition potential is called as overvoltage. Right? So precisely it can be defined as the excess voltage that has to be applied above the theoretical decomposition potential to start electrolysis is called as overvoltage, and it is generally represented by neta N. right? So neta m can be calculated by the difference of experimental decomposition potential and theoretical decomposition potential. Therefore, the decomposition potential ED for such systems where excess potential is required is given as ED is equals to E cathode minus E anode plus neta, that is over potential. It means in general for some electrolysis processes, even though if we apply the decomposition potential, electrolysis does not take place. In such cases we need to apply excess voltage to carry out the electroplating. That excess voltage is called as over voltage. In the above equation, E cathode minus E anode is the back EMF of secondary cell formed by the products of electrolysis. Right? So there are several factors that affect the over voltage, that are influence of current density, pH, temperature, surface area of the electrodes and impurities. In case of influence of current density, higher the current density, lower is the over voltage. If the current density is more, then we have lower over voltage, that is lesser excess potential is required to start the electrolysis. Right? So the second factor is pH. pH has the significant effect on electrodeposition until and unless they are strong alkalis and or acids. It means if the electrolytic bath is having strong bases or strong acids, then only pH will have a significant effect on the electroplating. Otherwise, there is no significant effect of pH on the electrodeposition part. Right? So the third factor is temperature. If you increase the temperature, then we can reduce the over voltage. Similarly, the fourth factor is surface area of the electrodes. Higher the surface area of the electrodes, lower is the over voltage. It means when you have more surface area, then we can reduce the polarization, thereby we can reduce the decomposition potential and certainly over voltage decreases. Similarly, if the surface of the electrodes are smoother, then the over voltage will be higher, because electrodeposition does not take place easily onto smoother surfaces. In such cases we need to apply more voltage, thereby we can say higher over voltage or over potential. Right? That the last factor that affect the over voltage is impurities. Impurities affect the over voltage in cathodic areas. If the metal surface is having impurities, or if the electrolytic bath is having impurities, then it affects onto the over voltage. If you have more impurities, then there will be higher over voltage. Right? However, the over voltage can be minimized by controlling these factors, such as increasing the temperature, increasing the surface area of the electrodes and increasing the current density. Right? I hope this is clear about the over voltage. So in the class we have discussed about two principles that governs the electroplating, that are decomposition potential and over voltage. Let me summarize. Decomposition potential is the minimum potential required to carry out the continuous electrolysis process, and over voltage is the extra voltage applied than that of the decomposition potential to carry out the electrolysis continuously. Right? So we have discussed all the principles that governs the electroplating in this class. Right? So in the next class we will discuss about electroplating of chromium by taking an example. Thank you.